Welcome to this hypnosis session for self-worth. Because if you think about it, many times when you were in a resourceful state of hypnosis before now, you probably already have self-worth. And one of the easiest ways to start to think about this, talk to yourself about this, imagine this, is to close your eyes and find a comfortable spot. Oftentimes a person easily achieves a resourceful state when they start to close their eyes and feel the relaxation around the eyes. I'm sure it feels pretty good to set aside this time for yourself today and to just enjoy how you feel and to imagine things that you probably never even considered before. Or if you're a person that likes sounds, as you're sitting here or laying here listening to the sound of my voice, I'm sure it sounds pretty relaxing and calm and peaceful so far, doesn't it? That's right. You're doing excellent so far because you want to do excellent so far, don't you? And you can, as you feel this wave of relaxation go through your whole body. With every word that I say, you relax. And if you find your mind wandering, you can bring your mind right back to your breath. And it doesn't really matter because that's what minds do. They wander. And bring it right back to your breathing. And focus on the awareness of your breath. Notice how it feels on the in-breath. Notice where the breath goes into your body. Because in a few moments you're going to breathe into different parts of your body. And everywhere you breathe in will relax more. And this will allow you to easily and effortlessly, automatically and naturally relax your whole body. And you can focus on how it feels on the out-breath as well. And you'll be able to focus and become aware of how it feels on each spot that you breathe into. It's almost like each area, each spot is so comfortable. Going through your whole body, relaxing, feeling calm, relaxation, and more calm. Whatever this feeling is for you, people often ask what it feels like to achieve a resourceful state of trance or hypnosis. Is it a deep state of light trance or a light state of deep trance? Is it like floating or sinking? Or do you feel light or heavy? Think about whatever you're feeling is right for you. Everything that you feel is right for you. And everything that you want to imagine is right for you. Everything that you hear and everything that you say to yourself is right for you. And you can focus now on breathing into the top of your head and notice how that feels. And breathe into your forehead. And breathe into the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, all the muscles of the face, your mouth, your jaw. Breathe into this spot and notice what this gets for you and what this allows you to do as you listen. As you're sitting here listening to the sound of my voice. That's right, you are. Breathe into your neck and notice how much you relax, and breathe into your shoulders. And breathe into your back, your upper back, the middle of your back, your lower back, all throughout your back. Notice this resourceful state, this feeling that you feel And remember, whatever you feel is right for you. And I'm sure you're feeling better than you were before you even started this session. And just in a few minutes, look how much different this is as you're relaxing with each word that I say, or maybe you're relaxing with the space between the words. And you can breathe into your arms and your forearms and your hands and your fingertips. Allow that soothing sensation to go everywhere and anywhere and everywhere. And maybe you feel a certain sensation in the fingertips. Whatever you feel is right for you. Whatever you feel is beneficial for you. And when it's beneficial for you, you can breathe into your chest and your lungs and notice what that feeling is like there. Even as you breathe into your stomach, you relax more, don't you? Because when you breathe into your stomach, it allows oxygen to flow through much more of your body. And this guides you to feel different than before now. In only a few minutes more, you're feeling much better, aren't you? As you're breathing into your waist, your hips, your thighs, that relaxation, that feeling, the sounds, it's flowing everywhere, through you and around you, above you and below you, to the left, to the right, behind you and in front of you. And you're breathing into your shins and your calves. And you're even breathing into your feet, the top of your feet, the bottom of your feet. And just like you breathed into your fingertips, you can breathe to the tips of your toes. The tips of your toes. Notice the sensation that's there. Notice the sensation. What does this feel like? What does this look like? What does this sound like for you? This is something that you can always do. Anytime in the future that you want to relax, all you have to do is close your eyes and breathe into the different parts of your body that you want to relax. Because now I'm pretty sure that you're thinking that you're relaxed. And you're probably wondering, and it's a good thing to wonder, what's going to happen next. And what's going to happen next is you are going to program your mind to have self-worth. Because if you think about it, you were born limitless. You were born limitless. And at different points of your life, you were taught limitations. And this isn't your fault. However, it is your responsibility. And now that you're listening to this hypnosis session, you can decide, do you want to make excuses? Or do you want to have reasons why you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, including self-worth? So make that decision now, because success and having self-worth, it's a decision. It's a decision that you can make right now. It's a decision that you can make every day in the future. All you have to do is decide that you want it. And the more that you want it, the more that you're going to see yourself having self-worth. The more you're going to hear self-worth in each conversation that you have. And you're going to feel that you have self-worth anywhere and everywhere and anywhere. So it's your responsibility. You can either choose excuses or you can choose reasons. Because every day you have a choice. You have a choice to think of yourself as someone who has self-worth. someone who takes opportunities, who takes possibilities, because they're everywhere around you. Again, you were born limitless. You can choose to be limitless again. So know that from this day forward, you are limitless. You can have as much self-worth as you want, and allow your mind to be programmed with this program now that you have self-worth. And when you have self-worth, that means you are a wonderful person. And because you are a wonderful person, people respect you. And when people respect you, you respect yourself, because the world around you is a mirror. So you also need to consider your environment, the environment around you, the place that you live, the people that you hang out with. Is this going to be ideal for your self-worth? Are you spending time with friends, with family, with colleagues, with mentors, with people in your inner circle? Are these people who see you as having self-worth? And do they see themselves as having self-worth? Because, let me tell you, the more self-worth that you have, the more the people around you are going to have. Because your reality around you is a mirror. And essentially everything is your perception. Is your perception really real, though? Is everything you perceive what it is? One thing that you should consider, maybe you must consider, maybe you can because it'll allow you to create new possibilities and opportunities. And if you set this intention, everything is an intention. When you learn something new and you want to implement new information like you have right now, about choosing to feel self-worth, to have all the confidence, all the abundance, what's the intention of that for you? So think about it. What's going to be your intention during this session to have self-worth, and what's that going to get for you and allow you to do? And the more you listen, the more self-worth you're going to have. And when you have that self-worth, what is your intention? So what is your intention going to be after this session? Right after this session, you can build more self-worth if you really have that intention. And tomorrow you can build more self-worth, can't you? And in 2 days, you can build even more. What's the intention of having that self-worth in 2 days? And in 1 week, what if you could have even more self-worth in 1 week? And in 1 month? And in 2 months? And 3 months? Every minute, every hour, every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, every week, every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, 6 months, a year, multiple years from now, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, however many years in the future, your self-worth is going to grow and grow because you're deciding right now that you no longer accept any limitations. You're deciding right now that you have reasons that you want to achieve things. And one of those things that you want to achieve is self-worth. And it feels pretty good to think like this, doesn't it? Because a lot of times all you have to do is think about things, because you get what you focus on 100% of the time. And if you notice you're not making the decisions that you want to make, then that may not be leading to optimal self-worth. And if you want optimal self-worth, you simply need to make decisions and surround yourself with people that have self-worth, people that are going to support you. So think about a time in the past that you had self-worth, that you just know you could achieve anything you wanted because you deserved it. And you deserved it all and more. Think about a time in the past that you did that you felt that you heard that you saw that. And think about this time. Really think about this time. Notice what you see, hear, and feel. And ask yourself, what can you learn from this? What can you really, really learn from this so you can have self-worth anytime that you want in the future. Just the other day, I was working with someone and they felt something that they didn't want to feel. And I asked them the same question, what can you learn from this? And all of a sudden, they learned something and they said, wow, that was fast. I can't believe that happened so fast. Now I feel like I can really do whatever it is that I want. And that's the thing, when you learn, the past is for learning. And once you learn from those past events, you can then create and start to plan your ideal future with self-worth. So now that you have these learnings, know that you can take them with you anytime that you need them in the future. They're in your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind wants you to have these learnings. It wants to create things for you. It has the intention for you to have self-worth wherever you go. So notice in the future, what would you like to do instead? What is it that you want to do instead? What is it that you want to feel instead? Who do you want to be around? Notice any changes that you want to make. Notice any opportunities that you want to take. And notice any possibilities that are now opening for you. Because every time your mind is open, and every time that you have self-worth, your reality changes, doesn't it? You start to see things differently. You start to maybe hear the sounds of success. Or maybe you're in different conversations now because you're around people who have more self-worth. And maybe you have different feelings. You may find that those feelings lead to even more. And just imagine too what you're saying to yourself. What's something that you can say to yourself that just shows you that you deserve it all and more? That you deserve to be limitless every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every year, every decade, every century, whatever it is. It doesn't matter the time. What matters is you. What matters is how much self-worth do you want. You can imagine the control room in your mind right now. The control room in your mind is a place where you can go at any time. You just have to close your eyes and you can imagine different switches, different dials in your mind. And imagine a dial right now that says self-worth. And you can turn that dial to the optimal amount of self-worth that you want to have. The optimal amount. And you'll know what's right for you. Turn it to that amount and focus on how that feels for you. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you feeling? What are you saying to yourself? Now that you know that you have the control room in your mind. That's right. You're doing excellent, aren't you? There's another dial. And this dial allows you to turn down any feelings that you don't want. Anything that gets in the way of your self-worth. So turn that down to the optimal amount. So you don't have any of those things. So instead your mind is focused on your self-worth because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve, don't you? That's right. You really deserve it, right? And notice how that feels. One is turned down, the other is turned up to the optimal amount. That self-worth is turned up to the optimal amount. That's right. You deserve it. You deserve it all and more. You're good enough. You have self-worth. You make as much money as you want. You communicate with whoever you want. Everyone around you is noticing how much self-worth you have. And they're noticing and they're asking you, how did you do this? How did you achieve this? Can you tell me? Can you show me? I'll really listen if you can help me feel this way too. People look up to you. People see you as someone who is successful. People want to be around you because you know how to decide. You know how to make a decision that is good for you. You know how to make a decision that matters, that creates results, because you have the right intentions. Every single day that you wake up, you have the right intentions, because now you have the right programs in your mind to have self-worth. And when you have the right intentions combined with the right programs, you're limitless. The amount of choices, opportunities, and possibilities are endless. You just get to decide what ones you decide to take, to make, to do. That's right. You decide. You make all the decisions for yourself because you're worthy of that. You deserve to decide and do all the things that you want to do. Because maybe there's something before that you didn't think that you can do. And now that you have self-worth and you have that control room in your mind, you can just turn it up to the optimal amount. Know that you can do it. So think of something that you always wanted to do. And notice how much confidence and self-worth you have now that easily allows you to do it. You can imagine yourself doing it right now. Notice what you see. Notice what you hear. And notice what you feel. Really notice the feelings. Because when you combine really powerful and resourceful, positive emotions with the intention that you want to do something, that you can have something, you can be something, you can do whatever it is you want. When you combine that intention with that feeling, that resourceful emotion, you can really achieve anything that you set your mind to, because you get what you focus on 100% of the time. And your mind is way smarter than you think. So that means that your mind is going to give you whatever it is that you want. And it's not only about wanting it, it's about setting the right intention and combining that with the right feeling. So feel that now and do that thing that you've always wanted to do, because you deserve to do that thing that you've always wanted to do. There's no point in waiting around or leaving success up to chance. When you program your mind with self-worth, success can be predictable for you. You'll be able to predict whatever it is that you want to do, because you have self-worth and you've seen it here, and your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and imagined, so it thinks you're doing it. And so it will want to do that in the future in your reality. And if you find yourself in the future ever needing more self-worth, all you have to do is think about a time in the past that you had self-worth. Or you can listen to this hypnosis session as much as you want. Or you can go into the control room of your mind and turn that dial to the optimal amount, or flip up a switch that says self-worth, that shows you that you deserve it. And then you just imagine yourself feeling that way. You're carrying yourself that way. You're breathing like someone who has self-worth. You're talking like someone who has self-worth. You're creating this wonderful picture in your mind, showing yourself that you have more self-worth each and every day. And this allows you to have success, to build wonderful relationships and connections with people. This allows you to communicate better. This allows you to have less stress, because the control room in your mind allows you to achieve whatever emotions you want to achieve. And it can do much more than self-worth. You can imagine any emotion and turning that dial to any emotion that you want to the optimal amount. So imagine if you did that combined with the self-worth and your intention, how easily you can achieve anything and everything. Everything and anything. Everything and anything easily and effortlessly. Anything and everything automatically and naturally. It happens for you. Things are not happening to you. You take matters into your own hands and you create success because you have self-worth. And people, they look to you to create success. They know that you're capable of that because you look, sound, and they get that feeling when they're around you that you're capable of what you're doing and much more. That's the thing. There's so much potential that you have that you can easily tap into even more now that you have more self-worth. You're filled with limitless amounts of potential. You're all-knowing. You can sense so many things. You know more than you think you do because your unconscious mind, where all of these suggestions are, so you can have them now and any time in the future, is way smarter than you think. Your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. And that's why it gives you what you focus on 100% of the time. So set the right intentions, have self-worth, deserve it all and more, and feel whatever it is that you want to feel with the control room of your mind. And that is how you'll continue to have success. Really, any time in the future that you want to have self-worth, you can, because you've imagined it here. And that means your mind is used to it. It sees it. It enjoys it. Self-worth is a habit for you. It is. Your unconscious mind only needs some repetition to install a habit. So if you listen to this, or listen to it some more, or practice the control room in your mind and turning that dial to the optimal amount of self-worth, soon enough you won't even have to listen to this or do that, because your unconscious mind will have installed the habit for you. And I'm not sure if you know, the unconscious mind, though, is where your behaviors, where you create change, habits, and where you learn. And imagine that you've learned so much during this session. You created change during this session. And you've even installed new behaviors if you're aware of it or not. And new habits too. New ways of thinking. Maybe you thought of new people that you can be around. Or maybe you've noticed skills that you have or resources that you now have access to, because every time you go in the unconscious mind connects you to any resources that you want. And these resources lead to success, and this success leads to new thinking. So imagine that. The people you're around, your skills, your resources, and your thinking, those lead to more and more self-worth, and that self-worth leads to more and more success. And when you have more and more success, you're satisfied. I'm guessing you are. You may find that as you're more satisfied, many things become automatic and easy for you. It's like having self-worth is natural. It's effortless for you. Everyone you talk to, everyone you're around, everything that you do, you know you can, because you deserve to. So focus on your breathing, and really focus on breathing into any part of your body like you did before. Because in a little bit, in a few moments, I'm going to count up from 1 to 5. That's right, and when I get to 5, you can open your eyes, or you can continue to relax. Whatever you want to do, it's your choice. And I know that you can make those decisions so easily because you have self-worth. You may find so many decisions are easy for you. Everything is easy. Everything is effortless for you because you want it to be effortless for you. It's automatic. It's natural. It's easy. That's right. 1, seeing yourself with so much self-worth. 2, hearing the sounds of self-worth. 3, feeling all that self-worth, knowing you have the control room of your mind. 4, that's right. And 5, open your eyes or continue to relax. Either way, enjoy.